Hi, I'm Kristen Amdahl with Red Heart Yarns. In today's video, I want to show you how to make a crocheted scarf using Rigoletto yarn. This is a brand new yarn that comes in 3 different styles of coloring. We have the multicolored, we also have a metallic, and then we have a metallic that's embellished, so to speak, with sequins. And the beauty of this yarn is that the fabric is already worked up for you. So you'll see the yarn itself is the fabric, and what we're doing is creating decreases to create this voluminous scarf with just a very minimal number of stitches. So even though it's a really glamorous, really quick project, it'll only take you a few minutes to make it. So let me show you how we get started. The yarn comes in a skein, not a ball. And what that means is that it comes wrapped in a loop. It's not already wound in a ball. And when you open up this, the wrapper, you're going to find this loop inside, and it's tied with a little piece of string. And you just want to snip that with a pair of scissors. It won't be the yarn, it'll be a string, like a cotton string in there. And you want to make sure you just pick that up and none of the loops of the yarn. There we go. And then both ends of the yarn are tied in knots like this also. Now, if you think that you're going to need to come back to this at some point, you could wind this into a loose ball, but I'm here to tell you, this is such a quick project that if you give yourself a little bit of time, you could just work from this loop alone. What you want to start with is either untying these knots before you get started, or you could just snip it for a smooth raw edge, and you're going to stretch out the fabric or the yarn, which is really a fabric, and you're going to work into the top end or the bottom end, either side. It's identical. You want to work into one side of it and then just stretch it out as you go. So what we're going to do is and then you're going to fold it over at the beginning so that the raw edge is hidden, and we're going to work into about a 2-inch overlap. And we're going to start by doing 3 chains. So I'll insert our hook into the top, and not into the top strand, but maybe just below, like into the 4th or 5th strand, just to make for a more secure location, and insert our hook into the about 2 inches further down in the fabric and pull through the second one. There's chain 1. Then we'll go about 2 inches or so. You could grab your tape measure to reference 2 inches, but once you understand where 2 inches is, it'll be pretty easy to figure this out, and it doesn't take much. So 2, and then I'm going to make sure this stays flat. You might even want to work up a few inches of flattening it out just to keep yourself working smoothly. We're going to insert into the top strands and pull it through the loop on our hook. So now we have chain 3. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the previous row. And we're going to we inserted our stitch into the second, and then pick up yarn 2 inches down from the working yarn and pull all the way through. There's our slip stitch. And then we'll work into our first slip stitch at the beginning of the row. Insert your hook into the slip stitch, and then pull your yarn flat, like so, and then grab about 2 inches further down and pull through the slip stitch and pull through the other loop on your hook. So now we have 2 slip stitches for this row. There's the first one, there's the second one. We're going to turn our work and now insert into that first slip stitch, flatten out our yarn, and grab about 2 inches down. Insert our hook into the top strands, pull through both loops on the hook, and there's our slip stitch, and then insert our hook into the next slip stitch, grab yarn about 2 inches further down, and pull through both loops on your hook. So there's our second row, and you notice we already have this voluminous spiral started. You want to continue this 1 row of turn and work a slip stitch into each of the 2 stitches until you get to the end, which is about 3 or 4 inches from the end of the ball of yarn. And at that point, you want to use either a matching thread or matching yarn and tapestry needle. If you're using thread, a regular needle. If you're using yarn, a tapestry needle. And what you want to do is take that last loop on your hook and secure it with the yarn or thread, and then take that raw edge and fold it over. before securing it down inside the volume of the scarf, and that way you'll never see it again. And then weave in your ends down inside the volume of the scarf. This pattern and many, many more are available on the website, so please come check it out at redheart.com.